Tochukwu. Zajara! Brilliant! For Nigeria, Onome Ebi up against Onome Ebi. Same spot. Very experienced here. Comes up again to Tochukwu. Here, Raisa. Brilliant!
Yeah, that's how Nigeria got to the finals of the Africa Women Championship. But will they lift that trophy? That's a big question that many are waiting for a positive answer to. We've got Ida Peterside. He's an ex-international. He joins us via Skype from South Africa. Good morning and thank you for joining us today. Well, you know, the South Africans, Banyana, they've got a bragging right now, having beaten us 1-0 in that particular match. I think, yeah, one of the matches that we didn't do bad, we did badly in. But now we're going to face them in the finals. And already we're seeing some tough talk from both camps. Of course, South Africa says they're going to do it again. They will beat Nigeria again. But interestingly, the Super Falcons are saying we will teach South Africa a lesson they'll never forget in a hurry. I mean, psychologically, they do these things to put themselves in good shape. But having seen the matches played and now these two teams in the final, what do you think?
Well, like you said, they have a bragging right. They really do have a bragging right, but I wonder what they're bragging for. This is the first time they're beating us in women's football. You know, we've been beating them all these years. And even if you look at the game we lost against them, we were not really playing well from the beginning of the tournament. I think we've improved. The game against Zambia, Equatorial Guinea, were a lot better. We didn't play well against Cameroon, but you see we're beginning to pick up. Yeah, the papers are everywhere. This is one of the best things that's happened to the female team in a long with your people are happy, something good.
We are okay. Well, we'll try and get him back on the line. But clearly, as he's stating, that there's been some improvement on the part of the Banyana team. Look at that progression that they've made over time. They have some younger players who have also come in there who are quite energetic. And interestingly, some dailies they take up some Super Falcons players, asking them that same question about, you know, the what's the word now in terms of whether or not the players are old enough or still can they still deliver. But as it is, which some of those headlines which you see there gives you some sort of confidence when they said that we will teach South Africa a lesson.
I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged about that headline because it's the seventh. Nigeria's won it 7 times. I mean, it's a given that for you just to beat Nigeria, maybe it's just one out of the several misses, but Nigeria is going into this very strong. I believe in the headlines, I believe in the girls, and I believe that when we square up in France, they're going to have a taste of what the Nigerian Super Falcons are all about.
But don't forget, when Cameroon played us, even though Cameroon said, look, this was not going to happen again because we've beaten them about 6 times, they won, I think, about once or twice, and then they said they were going to make sure that, you know, we didn't defeat them again. But eventually, striking a balance between revenge and carrying out your coach's plan or the team's plan, 2 different things, because it could be a thin line, you know, because
I know, because they didn't win. They didn't win the whole 90 minutes.
It's concentration that did us in. The goal we considered
went to the extra time. Well. We still didn't get the goal, but when we went into the penalties, you see, at the end of the day, you see the tough skins will come out bigger.
That's
what we have.
Okay, let's get back to Ida Peterside. You're making a point about how this is going to fit, because we're just talking about when Nigeria played Cameroon. Cameroon has said, look, they were going to make sure that Nigeria didn't beat them. They were out on a revenge mission. And we said, look, isn't it a thin line between saying, look, I'm going to revenge, and then still focusing on the team's plan? I mean, you've played before, so how difficult or easy can that be if Nigeria says, we will teach South Africa a lesson? Can we lose our concentration having said this?
No. Every game comes with its own planning. You know what? The toughest game we would play would have been the game against Cameroon. And if you look at it technically, Cameroon is the best team. They are actually the best team in the tournament. We were quite fortunate. You know, you remember all through the game, we knew that they were a better side. But kudos must go to the girls that they were able to hold on Cameroon until the penalties. And once it got to the penalties, I knew that the Cameroonians were going to lose. Because, you know, in a game, when you plan, I think their plan was to just come and finish off the Super Falcons, which almost did. Again, that's when we talk about preparation. The story has been everywhere that the Super Falcons did not prepare. Even when they were going to the Nations Cup, they had different uniforms. And the problem in the FA actually affected this team. You remember the Pinnick issue with the minister, with Giwa. Until today, the support that has been given to the girls has been very poor. So we must credit the girls for fighting out of their skin. I think they won this, they got to the finals without the support of the FA, of the ministry. They just did this on their own. So we believe that they are here now. And if you look at the television, you will see everyone will be there. The minister will be there, the FA presidents will be there because they've gotten to the finals. But I think in preparing for the World Cup is going to be a lot better because the focus now will say, okay, this team has qualified for the World Cup, let's give them all the support. I think the girls are not being treated very well, and they've been the best national team in years, you know, representing Nigeria. But the game against South Africa, coming back to it, our momentum has really increased, even though the game against Cameroon sapped our strength. But our momentum has increased. We should do well. I got a call yesterday from the South Africans.
Yeah, we would like you to tell us about that call when we come back in just a moment. Don't go away. All right, welcome back. Did you say the call gave you the Banyana's game plan? We'd like to know it.
No, not the game plan. No, I think everyone is just harassing me, calling me and saying this is the time that they will do the double on me, you know, as if I'm one of those playing. But the good thing about it is that the game is going to be beautiful to watch, you know, but the game against Cameroon, like I said, wasn't beautiful at all. We struggled greatly. But we are a lot better than Bayana. The first defeat against us, for me, I think, was just a fluke. It was a fluke. We were not mentally prepared. Our preparation to the tournament wasn't great. But I think it's going to be different this time. Absolutely going to be different. The girls are more settled. I have one or two friends in the female national team. And you call them and say, Bros. They say, Bros, don't worry. We will make up for the disgrace that we disgraced you guys. So the belief is that we should win the next game.
But it is easy to say that, of course, the girls, we want to give that assurance that possibly we're going into this to win it. And that's what, I guess, everybody wants, including Chamberlain and Nyota, especially. But what do we have going for the Falcons that will suggest to anyone watching and is interested in Nigeria winning this match that, yes, these girls are ready to go?
Yes, it's the Niger spirit. Sometimes, you know, you and I know that we have a very different attitude. It's a never say die attitude, especially when it comes to sports. And remember, these girls are defending champions. They've been champions for years now. They're defending champions. And they carry that tag of defending champions. And the South Africans, even though we lost against them, we still have the belief that this team shouldn't beat us because technically, we're a better side. Yes, all through the tournament, they didn't lose a game. That's their boast, that they won all their games. They got a draw, just one draw against, I think, Zambia. And that's the only time they drew, but they've won all their games. But we've played more difficult opponents, you know, getting to where we're, especially the Cameroon side. The Cameroon side, again, I still say, will come out third. They're still the best of all the bunch that went for the tournament. The sequence is Cameroon, Nigeria, South Africa. But we were able to eliminate Cameroon on penalties.
Okay.
So we should
Mr.
be
Peterside,
able to beat South Africa.
Mr. Peterside, we really have to go. So the last time I made this statement with Chamberlain, I was told I shouldn't say let the best team win. So yes, let's leave that. Let's hope the Falcons win. But then they're preparing for the World Cup. What areas would you think they should be looking at as a prep for the World Cup?
They have to, a whole lot of things need to change. There's a debate whether this team is getting old, you know, but not really. The team is not really getting old. We have just about 4 players that are above 30 years. And women's football, the older you get, the better, really, the better. So have women that are not as old, they're about 30. We have about 60% of them that are about 25 years. So there's a future in this team. The preparation, you know, if you don't prepare well, you prepare to fail. They should leave the squabbles. There's a saying that the Super Falcons belong to the Ministry of Sports and the Super Eagles belong to the NFF. But it shouldn't be so. We need to put everything together and let them prepare properly for the World Cup in France.
All right, then. So that will be a very interesting match, and we hope to get back to you on celebrating. As a matter of fact, that's the way we'd like to get back to you. Well, thank you very much indeed for talking to us today, Ida Peterside. All right, so there you go. That's the show today. We wish the Super Falcons all the best for that particular final. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm Chamberlain. So
I'm Gimba Umar. I'm Neo Taigbe. Have a nice day.
Thanks everybody for watching. I'm Ajuri Ngalale.
The views and opinions expressed by guests on this program are those of the maker and do not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, and endorsement of Channels Television.